Hey guys, today is Friday, May 20th. First of all, happy Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Coming off a short week, so not too bad. So this is the rock cycle day 2. There are 2 tasks that you have to do today. The first is to complete an interactive web quest. And you have to remember as you're going through the web quest, which I'll show you in a second, to fill out the Google Doc as you're going through it, as you're reading, as you're watching the animations, and as you're kind of testing your knowledge. The second task will be to complete a Google form. The Google form does count for 10 points. It is your rock cycle assessment. And you can find the link for that Google form at the end of the web quest, which I'll go back to in a minute. I also just want to point out some of these student resources. The past couple weeks, I don't know if you've noticed this at the bottom of your instruction sheet. Mr. McCarthy and I just feel like you guys aren't taking full advantage of it. So the first one here is that you can email, regardless of who your earth science teacher is, email Mr. McCarthy. His email is linked right there for you. Your completed rock cycle web quest, which looks like this. And then you can get an answer key to the rock cycle web quest that you can then use on the Google form assessment. The second resource that's available for you is to have the Google form questions and answers read aloud. You can click right here to this link and you will hear me reading the questions and answers aloud to you. I just wanted to point this out to you guys because this is not something every student has available to them. And I just want to make sure you're really using all the resources that you have. Okay, so let's go back up to the top. So the first task is to complete the web quest and the Google Doc. So you'll each be getting a copy of this. The link to the web quest is right here. You'll click that link and you'll work through the web quest. So as you're working through the web quest, you will be completing the filling in the blanks. So there are 3 main types or classifications of rocks. They are sedimentary, metamorphic, and igneous. And as you go through the web quest, you're going to where you see the color here. So for sedimentary, it's blue. Metamorphic, it's that tan color. Igneous, it looks like a reddish brick color. You'll be filling in the blanks. Then at the bottom, you'll have to give us examples of each type of rock. If you scroll to the next page, it's matching. So different names of rocks then matched with how they form. And then this part down here is just going through the different ways that rocks form. So heat and pressure, melting, cooling, compaction, cementing, then telling us what type of rock does that form. We want you to give us your rock score here to record that. And then below is just a diagram where you can click and play around and get some examples as well. So in order to get the answer key to these notes, you'll complete this document and then you will email it to Mr. McCarthy to get my and his answer key to this that you can then do the Google form with. So if you notice here, if we scroll to the bottom, excuse me, right here is the link to your Google form, which is a little different. I know usually we put on the instruction sheet, but we just want to make sure you're working through everything. So you'll click here to get to your 10-point Google form. This is what it looks like. There's 10 questions, 10 points, and those are your 2 tasks for the day for Earth Science. So please, please, please make sure you're taking advantage of these resources. Mr. McCarthy and I do spend the time to put them together for you, and they're there for you to use. So if you have any questions as you're working, please make sure you email your teachers, and have a great weekend.